just kind of dive in here. Reporting for duty, why architecture matters. Yes, indeed, it sure does. Our speakers today include yours truly, of course, Evelyn Cho and Jeff Hainsworth from Insight Software, a very cool company. They've actually bought up a lot of different companies. Like four or five of the companies I've worked with are all part of Insight Software. Zoom Data, Dundas is part of Insight Software. So lots of different companies that got a full stack now. And we're going to talk about reporting architecture. And yes, architecture really matters. I just want to say a few quick words, folks. Everyone's talking about AI. Everybody's excited about AI. Everything is AI these days. But there is something to be understood about the importance of data for AI. And reporting architecture is arguably more important these days than it used to be because of all the excitement around AI. So you have to remember with AI, there are deterministic AI models and probabilistic AI models. The LLMs are probabilistic. And even the good ones get like, let's say, 90% accuracy. So I always ask people, okay, what part of your business can be wrong 10% of the time? The answer is not very much. Accounting, fulfillment, no. I mean, maybe marketing, but even that, not so much. So what does that mean? It means you wind up having to spend time proofing things. I heard a very interesting story just the other day on LinkedIn. A guy wrote about how they used LLMs to generate their SQL queries. And he said for 90% of them, it's great. For 10%, it's bad, but they don't know which 10%. So there you go. You wind up vetting and doing so much time trying to make sure that things are correct that did you really save time or did you just cause yourself a hassle? That's one of the other interesting storylines around these LLMs and this new AI era is that people thought it was going to save them time. It's winding up taking even more time. It's taking more time to get these things done because again, you're vetting things. And it's interesting. I think there's going to be, and it's already starting, a bit of a backlash around AI because of the trust factor. Now, some of the stuff you're hearing is frankly nonsense. I mean, there's a story that came out the other day by Meta and it wasn't even official story. Meta didn't announce this, but someone leaked it apparently, which is also dubious, saying, "Oh, they're going to lay off 20% of their staff to focus on buying AI infrastructure." And I was like, "Really? Are you sure?" Because right now, Flash is in demand. GPUs are in high demand. You can't even get some of these things till 2027. Servers are in high demand. So you're going to tell me that Meta is going to lay off 20% of their staff in order to buy software that they won't even get until next year? I just don't think so. And that's narrative spin. Actually, in a way, the media is kind of like a probabilistic system. It might be right, it might not be right. It's hard to say. But I thought to myself, no, I think that Meta may be laying people off because all the energy is going to OpenAI and the large language models, Claude, which, by the way, is where most of the benefit is coming from. The whole 3x, 5x, 10x vision of what you can do. That's coming from code generation. But even code, you have to be careful. You have to check this stuff. You have to vet this stuff. Make sure you understand what you're building with this AI, or you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. And so I just wanted to say one or two more quick things, and we'll do our radio show. The Roman Colosseum. I saw it a few years ago, a masterpiece of architecture. Here it is, almost 2,000 years later, and that thing is still standing, and it's gorgeous. It's just the most beautiful building, multifunctional, complex engineering. 2,000 years ago, they didn't even have cars back then or ice engines, none of that stuff. And look at this gorgeous thing. Think in terms of architecture for your reporting. Our show today, Reporting for Duty, Why Architecture Matters. If you get the architecture right, you solve all kinds of problems out of the gates, and then you kind of open up the free play of exploration, which is what information strategists want to do. We want to examine data, discover what's happening, analyze data, really have some fun with it. If you get the architecture right, your analysts can have a great time doing what they love to do, which is exploring, analyzing, and doing discovery. And with that, I always say, don't do it yourself. You can bring in the big guns. And with that, we're going to get on to our radio show. So stand by.